Hey, I'm Alex Ratcliffe from Board Game Co.
I'm Professor Meg.
And today we're doing a playthrough of Bunny Boom. Bunny Boom is a game in which you are trying to desperately throw all your bunnies at the other player. That's basically the idea of the game. You're trying to make sure the other player has more bunnies than you do by the end of the game, hence the whole Bunny Boom aspect. Fun fact, this game was inspired by the designer seeing like a whole news report on bunnies and figuring out that this was the way he wanted to go with it. So, you know, inspiration strikes from anywhere.
That made me think of the reel of the snake in the ceiling. Have you seen that one? The giant snake coming out of the ceiling. Yeah.
Oh, dear Lord.
I would much rather bunnies.
Let's not make a game about that. Anyways, this is a game over on GameFound. We'll have a crowdfund link down to the campaign down below, and this is a sponsored playthrough. Past that, do we want to go through the general idea? Do we want to start playing and teach them as we go?
Oh my gosh, can I just say, this is another game by Andrew Bosley, so this beautiful art.
Illustrated by Andrew
Bosley. They know when they hear that name, that's
just
what
for
he contributed. But yeah, these bunnies are absolutely adorable. Other things are going to pop up like foxes. And they're all just very, very cute. So I just had to say it.
And rules, components, all that stuff, everything, prototype subject to change.
We stand.
But with that, let's go ahead and start this off. Although, let's walk you through the basic idea. The basic idea of the game is that on your turn, you're basically going to be playing a card. We're going to have a hand of 3 cards over here. You're going to be taking a card from your hand and playing it down into one of these, well, these 3 spots or these 3 spots. A 3-player game would add a column, and a 4-player game would add another section over there. When you play a card, you're basically going to be activating a variety of effects on that card in order to, well, you know, in order to trigger whatever degree of bunny madness you can do on the other players.
Bunny madness.
Each card will have a few effects on it. There's going to be a play effect, a river effect, and then a movement effect. We'll walk you through how those all operate as they go, but the general idea is you are trying to ensure the other player has as many bunnies as you do. Do we want to choose first player?
Well, before we jump into that, certainly we can Rochambeau if you'd like.
No, there's a rule here.
Oh, there's a rule.
The carrot situation.
Oh.
Did you eat carrots more recently than I did?
Probably.
My guess is yes.
Probably, because I do enjoy carrots, and I get a lot of those salads from Trader Joe's.
Carrots in my soup Friday night.
Okay, I had a Trader Joe's bowl yesterday.
Fine, you win.
A salad bowl,
okay.
Which I assume probably had carrots in it. I'm not sure, but it was a chickpea one with kale.
I'll give it to you. There's probably little slivers.
I definitely had rabbit food yesterday. But before we start playing, a couple things I just wanted to point out is that the normal board is a 9-piece board, and as of right now, I'm sure it's subject to change, but it is a puzzle piece board, so instead of having to fold it out, which sometimes has issues, it's the kind that you place all of the pieces together. But we are playing on this beautiful playmat. I know nothing about what it is like in the campaign for you to get the playmat, but I must say it is very nice, and I think it's I like it.
Okay. Shall we begin? Given that you've had rabbit food, I believe you start us off.
Okay. All right.
And when we play a first card, we'll walk you through the 5 different pieces on a card, although some of them only have 4 pieces. So we'll walk you through whatever's on the card.
All right. I'm going to start off with playing this card, which is the leaf type, which will come into play later. But do I immediately move to it or do the effects first?
You're going to immediately move to it.
Okay.
Well, I mean, there might be a sequence of play in terms of ordering, but it should be fine either way.
So my little character will move over to here, and for my placement effect, I get to lose a bunny. Mm-hmm. Also, these are so cute. They're little bunny tiles, and if you guys can't tell, there's like very faint silver with a 1, 5, and 10 on them. They are so adorable.
You'll also get to activate a river tile.
And I also get a river ability, which they're both the same, which is swap 1 card from your hand with 1 card drawn randomly from another villager's hand. Okay, let me decide what I want to do here.
My favorite card is my leftmost card.
I'm like, let me choose randomly.
I haven't even looked at my cards.
Okay. And I believe that is my turn.
Okay, cool. The movement effects.
It should be fun to note that there is a timer that you can also play with. Alex and I think our turns were probably faster than the timer anyway, hopefully. But that is a variant you guys can play with.
There's also some slight debate as to how mean we want to be if we implement the timer. There's a question mark of how we could utilize it, and there's a meaner way we could do it, which I think would be fun, but possibly cause issues.
It worked out for me because I went first.
Well, it depends. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and play a card as well. And then I'm going to go ahead and... Ooh, I could have you do that, but that's not necessarily as good, so I need to think this through over here. I can go ahead and do that, which could be interesting. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do the following. I'm going to go ahead and play this card over here. Now, again, as Meg said, this will happen in the second phase of the game, which is when these rows are all full.
Oh, sorry, Alex. When I moved onto this, should I have taken 2 bunnies?
Nope. The card you move onto. Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and move. I'm going to skip this card because that's this effect. This card
Oh
says
my
I can
gosh.
skip your cards. I'm going to pop over there and say ha ha ha. And then I'm going to not activate the adding 2 bunnies because of that.
Look at it's the guy leaping too.
I will still activate a river card over here, which is the same exact effect. So I believe I'm going to go ahead and steal a card from your hand.
Oh my gosh.
Let's go ahead and see your hand over here. I'm going to go ahead
See your
and...
hand. You can't see it.
Swap a card? It's swap.
Yeah, you
Okay.
don't get to see.
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and give you this card back, and I'll take that one. Okay. Which I believe is the exact same card I started with, but neither here nor there. And that's basically going to be my turn. I'm going to draw a card from the set of cards over there. I think I want one of the cards that lets me pull you towards me. So I think I'm going to go ahead and grab this one over here, and then see what happens over there. Okay? Cool.
Oh, sorry. I was supposed to have drawn it.
Did you not draw it? You should totally draw.
Yeah, I'll just draw from the top.
Okay.
I'll just go with something secret.
Okay. And then to you. Your play. Now, in general, the bunny madness is going to start as people start crossing each other's cards, which will happen as the board fills out. The first phase is basically kind of setting the board in play, and the second phase, there's a whole end game trigger situation, which we'll explain once we move to the second phase.
Okay. I'm going to play this one
Okay?
over here,
Okay.
which is going to put the carrot token into play. So bring a villager to this card and give him the carrot. So I'm going to put the carrot here and bring you to it.
Okay, so I'm going to cross here, taking 2 bunnies, and cross over here. And that's going to go ahead and give me 2 bunnies to my area over here.
And then just let me take a card. And that is my turn.
Okay. So I will go ahead and... I don't love where you currently are on the board, although you did make it so that I can play a card without crossing more villagers. So there is that aspect. So I think I'm going to go ahead and play this card down over here, which this one over here is going to give me a burrow token. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take the burrow token, which is this guy in the center, and I'm going to place it on my home tile over here. Then, each time another villager crosses any burrow card, you're going to give them 1 bunny from your home tile. So I want to go ahead and get you to cross burrow cards.
Okay.
But with that, I'm going to go ahead and head over here, and I don't cross anything along the way, fortunately. And I currently have the carrot, which is worth 4 bunnies at the end of the game.
Bunny!
So get rid of that carrot.
Alright, my turn.
Moral of the game is carrots are bad for you, after all. Oh, I have to draw a card. I will go ahead and take this burrow card so that I can continue to manipulate
Carrots
the
are
burrow.
just really good for bunnies.
Carrots are great for bunnies.
Yeah,
I'm not a
I
bunny.
want them. I know, but if you have the
Yeah.
carrot, you get the bunnies.
So is the carrot good for me or bad for me?
It depends if you want more bunnies. My turn?
I might win this game because you want more bunnies. Go ahead.
I'm going to play the carrot over here now.
That seems obnoxious and unfair.
So,
You have to move there.
I think,
Oh, you're supposed to have moved to here, by the way. You should have moved to the card you played.
is that, yeah.
Yes, which means you will, if you play that card there, you're going to have to move there as well.
I see.
There's a lot
We
of movement.
both move there?
Yeah. It's a bunny boom. This
You
game's
would-
all
You
about...
would have one more bunny than I am.
Well, let me point out just how many 10 bunnies there are in this game, Meg.
Oh, I know.
There's a reason
I
for
know.
that.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I think I'm gonna drag you all over.
It sounds like fun.
So I would take 1, 2, 3, 4 bunnies,
Yep,
and you will take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bunnies.
correct. Now, it's worth noting, by the way, just a question mark on rules aspect, which is you specifically do not get the movement effect of the card you just played. The wording on the carrot implies that you don't trigger the last card. It says only cards you cross, not cards you land on, but just noting that for possible...
That's how we're interpreting it,
Yes.
and as long as we both play it the same way, I'm sure, you know.
It shouldn't be the biggest issue.
It's not the end of the world.
Okay.
And I will take this one.
Okay. All right. Now, I think I'm going to do the similar thing, except I'm going to do, well, I'm just going to be more obnoxious. And the same general concept past that, though.
That's generally how you do everything. The same as me, but more obnoxious.
You're going to lose this game. I'm going to go ahead and place it down over here. I'm going
I'm
to
not
drag you
upset about losing.
the exact same place, the exact same way. So we're both going to end up over here, and we're both going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but, well, 6 bunnies. We're both going to take 6 bunnies.
Okay.
But you crossed a burrow, and I have the burrow token, so you're going to lose another bunny as well. So
No,
you're
gain a
going
bunny.
to gain a bunny from my burrow.
Okay.
Okay, that's
So
going to be that.
cute.
And then I also get to go ahead and activate, and you get the carrot token. And I also get to go
Oh,
ahead and
no.
activate a river effect. And this river effect over here is going to be draw back up to 3 cards, and all villagers give their hand of cards to the villager on the right. I don't want to do that at all. I'd rather give you one of the cards in my hand. So I'm going to go ahead and, I hate this. I'm going to go ahead and give you this card. I'm going to swap. Can I see your hand over here?
You get to see it?
No, I'm just going to go ahead and not just see the card like that. I'm going to go ahead and give you this card. Okay? And then we're going to go, ooh, fun.
Ooh,
fun.
I like what you gave me.
I'm not thrilled with
I
it.
don't know why you gave me this.
Because I wanted my other card more. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. I guess I'll go ahead and take this one over here. Okay. That is my turn. And to you, Meg. Okay, so now we're in the second phase. The second phase has a slight difference because now we start getting into how endgame triggers. Endgame in this game triggers one of two ways. Either the entire deck of cards runs out, or alternatively, you have locked all 6 cards, or 9 or 12 in a 3 or 4 player game. And locking a card basically means when you play a card with a matching symbol. So let's take this one over here. If I play this card on top of this, then I will gain 2 bunnies for not matching the symbol. But if I play a card on top of this, then not only will I not gain the bunnies, but that pile is now locked, and once all these piles are locked, that will trigger the end of the game.
And if that doesn't happen, drawing the end of the deck would do that as well.
Yes.
Just one more thing to point out, because I forgot, but it's over here. This orange deck over here is the one that's meant for 3 and 4 player games. So I had it as an example just to show you guys and the other player colors. But that's all they are. They're not meant for us to be playing with right now.
Okay.
All right, it is my turn, correct?
It is indeed your turn.
Are you sure?
I'm certain of it.
Oh.
I just dragged you over here and
Right.
gave you the carrot.
I'm torn between 2 things.
I recommend doing the other one.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, you see, the thing is, I forced you to. You can't play a card on top of your own pawn. So I've forced you to effectively move across the burrow, giving me another token. I'm trying to win.
Oh,
through.
interesting.
Yeah. That was why I went there. I was like, I'm going to drag you across the whole board, and we'll both gain a whole bunch of bunnies.
Where is the burrow?
The burrow token's over here. So anytime you cross this card, you're going to have to give me a bunny. I'm going to take a bunny.
Okay.
I'm used to things being worth points, not being worth negative points.
I will play this
That
to
seems
go back to the
unnecessary.
center.
That seems completely unnecessary.
Which one was it again? This one? Okay.
I feel like I should not have bothered telling you what Shaji was because...
I'm going to draw a card from the top.
Okay. And you don't forget the ability, draw back up to 3 cards. Then all villagers give their hand of cards to the villager on the right.
Oh, wait, what? That's what that does?
Oh, no, sorry. You activate a river ability, so you get to activate one of those abilities. I forgot.
Sorry, what are you talking about?
You're activating a river ability, so you can go ahead and activate one of the river effects over there.
I don't believe so.
Oh, that's only when you do this over here.
Yes,
Gotcha,
exactly.
gotcha. Okay.
Yep, that's the river ability if that card was in the river.
I may have done that incorrectly at one point.
Well, that's okay.
Okay. So, we're going to go ahead and figure out what to do now because if we're not swapping cards, that works for me.
Can you move? Do you still have a burrow thing now, or is that gone?
I believe I still have the burrow thing, but it wouldn't matter until someone plays a burrow card anyway. So it's a technicality.
I just don't like how big it is, or all your bunnies are supposed to go.
It's just technicality. It's a technicality.
Your player board is upsetting me.
I respect that. I'm going to go ahead. Now this pile over here
These
is
are
locked.
so cute.
So we're going to go ahead and figure out where to go instead. I think that I will go ahead. I just think this is...
I loved doing that, by the way.
Yeah, I did not.
What burrow? This one?
This one.
Okay.
Did you go... Oh, you turn directly to the center.
Right.
So you didn't have to worry about that.
Right.
Okay. Well then. I could just go ahead and follow your lead, which I might have to do. I think I'm going to go ahead and play this down over here. And that's going to go ahead and return me direct to the center. And that's basically it. That's my turn.
Okay, and now that one's also locked.
Well, I draw back up over here, so I'm going to go ahead and draw back up this one over here. Nope, that's not going to draw up. I think I'm going to go ahead and draw up. I don't think it makes a significant difference to the other one. I'll go ahead and draw this one up. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and play that. To you.
Okay.
We got a Bunny Boom card out.
I am going to play this one over here to drag you for a carrot.
Okay, so we're both going to cross those
Carrot
rows.
people. 1, 2, 3. So 3 each.
Okay.
I'll make some change. Oh, and you get the carrot.
Yeah.
I was like, where is my brain right now?
Okay.
Okay, you get the carrot, and I'm going to take the Bunny Boom card.
Yep, and then I'm going to go ahead and...
Bunny Boom!
Let's see. Well, I think I want to get that out ASAP. So I'm going to go ahead and play this over here, because that's going to get me the things back out there. And then I'm going to move to that card, which means I get nothing bad on it. And that's basically that. That's my turn. I went there, which means I have to choose another card. I'll choose this one over here. Okay. The interesting thing is right about now is, depending on how the cards are in Meg's hand, we may actually start having to loop cards that don't match.
Yeah, like, I don't know what to do.
Do you not have a green?
I do. But I don't want to walk over all these things.
I think you have to walk over all the things.
I think it may matter when you move versus when you do the play effect, because like something like the bunny boom, it places them on all empty ones.
Yes.
So I would want to know, does that happen before I
Oh,
move
the
to it?
sequencing? The sequencing we can find out. I think that you
Yeah.
move.
I would think you move first if you're intentionally doing a bunny
I believe
boom.
you do the ability first specifically, because you can place your card, activate the play effect, move your villager.
Okay.
Yep.
Wow, that's interesting. And you always have to move to the card you played?
Yep.
Yikes. Okay. I'm gonna...
That's where there's an interesting aspect of trying to figure out where, when you play a card, sometimes playing a card then taking the bunny cost might be cheaper than moving across the board.
But I can't, I have to go to here, right? We
Not
only have
necessarily.
2 spots
Oh,
left.
because they're the only ones open, yeah. In this
we're
case, yes.
kind of,
We aggressively chased endgame as opposed to...
I don't know what happened,
like running
truly.
across the board, because very often you have to do the math in the game, where very often crossing a bunch of bunnies might cost you more than just placing a card and taking the cost over there. So in this case, we're just chasing endgame instead, which changes the way we interact with it.
Alright, I'm gonna play a fox over here. So this goes here.
Yep.
And doesn't do anything to anybody.
Correct.
Because it didn't go through
Yep.
anyone. And then I will take 1, 2 bunnies.
Yep. Okay.
And then I get to take a card.
Okie dokes.
You
And
can
then-
take your turn, but I'm thinking about what I'm taking.
Well, so I believe, let me just take a look here. Go ahead and figure out what card you want.
This is when you play it, you gain the bunny.
You gain a bunny, yeah. You okay?
Alright.
And for my turn,
Oh, sorry. I was also supposed to take 3 bunnies because for the
Oh,
first time
yes.
ever, those didn't match. So I will once again make a change, but take my 3 bunnies.
okay. So now the top suit for this card is now that card instead. Now the question I have to think through is, do I want to try to extend things? Like, what's better for me? How many bunnies do you have? You have 19 bunnies. I have close to that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 16 bunnies, which means it could be a close game either
So
way.
many bunnies.
There's a lot of bunnies. Because I could do that. That gives you an easy way out on that one. I don't want to not match. Okay. I think I'll just go ahead and go to this one over here. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to match on this card. So I'm going to play that to the spot you're on. You can't play a card to the spot you're on, but you can play a card to the spot somebody else is on. And then I'm going to go ahead and cross that. So 1, I'm going to take the 1 bunny from this one over here. And this one over here says I can give a bunny to another player. Or to each player, but in a 2-player game, that would be just Meg in this case.
Gross.
Okay. And that's, I believe, your turn. Let me just go ahead and draw a card up. I'm going to draw from the top of the deck.
Okay.
Okay.
And then wait. You take 3 bunnies as well.
I matched the
Oh,
suit.
no, you matched. Wow, so there's only the other one left.
There's only 1 legal spot to play.
That's interesting. Okay. I think we got ourselves in a weird little...
We did. We
weird
aggressively...
little area
we
here.
closed off the entire other side of the board there.
We're just ping-ponging back and forth now. Alright, so let's both go this way and take a bunny.
Okay.
And you keep the thing.
Okay, I keep the carrot. Oh, the carrot. I forgot about the carrot. That might be the difference. Don't get to take 3 bunnies for a not matching suit.
Okay, sure.
And then I'm going to go ahead
Hold on,
and...
because I'm getting to draw. Or are you going to play matching symbol that I don't even have to put the brain power
this is
into?
actually an interesting edge case here, because strictly
can't-
speaking... So we're going to have to go ahead and move forward with the edge case. Strictly speaking, you can't play a card to the spot that you're on. But that means the game's stuck in a closed loop at the end of it with the bunny there. So we'll have to figure out... We'll chalk that up to prototype, and I'm going to play a card on it
interesting.
anyway.
You're going to play on our card?
Yeah, I don't think there's any alternative, because you have to play a card. So I'm going to go ahead and close it off by playing a card, which will just trigger... the
You're
end
telling
game.
me you're closing it off. That
Yeah.
I put so much thought into
Oh, no, I said it, yeah. And that'll be that. I will end with the carrot, which means I think right about now, all we do is we go ahead and add up the bunnies.
10,
So
15, 16, 24.
I have returned these 5 over here. I have 17.
I'm a proud mama of 24 baby bunnies.
17 plus my 4 brings me to 21 bunnies.
21 bunnies.
Which means I believe you have more bunnies. And you win that game,
For real.
but lose this game.
For real.
That's basically it. That has been a playthrough of Bunny Boom. This is coming to you from Ruse Games. We'll have a link to the Game Found campaign down below. Until next time, I'm Alex Radcliffe from Board Game Co.
I'm Professor Meg.
And have a good one.
Bye.